Hello, I am William Windmill, and this is my production blog. Looking back in some of the projects that I've done in the past, I wish I had a record of what I was doing on a weekly basis. The truth is that later on this timeline of the project, you tend to forget why you started to do this thing in the first place. So as much as this is an update to you, it really is a diary for me, so that I look back and go, oh right, I was able to solve that thing, so this should be a piece of cake. So as a weekly update, I guess that what's due is how do we get here? Basically, how we finished episode 1 and what we're doing on episode 2. I needed a project to let my creativity go free. I feel like no one talks about this, but animation is a hard thing. It's expensive, it requires a team, a bunch of coordination, people, producers, clients, and a lot of logistics. So at the end of the day, sometimes I wake up and realize that for that day, all I have is meetings or coordinating stuff. That's what I signed up for. Yet, I have this creative itch that I want to scratch. And the thing that no one talks about is the fact that you need to realize that there's work stuff and then there's art stuff, and sometimes they align, and it's great when they do, but when they don't, you can try to make the work stuff fit your artistic stuff. Because when you try to do that, that's when you get into fights with clients or you disagree with your coworkers, and that's not really the place where that's meant to go. Again, it's amazing when they're aligned, and I try to have a work environment where that happens as often as possible. But the idea that you'll be able to get your way 100% of the time is this utopia place where it just doesn't work. Yet, like I said, I have this creative itch and ideas. So, that's where Samurai Sushi comes in. It's a place where I can let my creativity and ideas out. Sorry, I keep mentioning the word creativity and ideas. But I do have a lot of those that really don't fit any other project. Initially, the idea of Samurai Sushi was a collaboration. I used to get together with some friends to eat Chinese food, not Japanese. And one day we thought, hey, wouldn't it be cool if we had Samurai Sushis? And that freaking idea just stayed in my head for years. I just couldn't find the time to do it. Yet now, I guess that I'm at a point where I have the tools to do it. So I decided this was going to be the project that I was going to do over weekends and after work. Welcome to the project. Now, episode 1 was a teaser, really. Simple, big teaser. But it allowed me to figure out what the universe looked like. I came up with this idea that all of the plants and stuff were going to be origami, and then the rest was going to be handmade. Building stuff with my kids, I realized that it's really fun to do things with household items. So a loose rule for Samurai Sushi was, let's make it with things that you can find all around your house, more or less. So having figured out the style and what I wanted to do in terms of animation, I did a layout and started animating. Actually, the boards and layout, then started animating. I guess you'll see some stuff on the screen now. But it really is this traditional Japanese story that is gonna be photographed with these modern lenses and anamorphic fun stuff in Blender. Oh, by the way, this is all done in free software Blender. And we follow this dude, this Ronin sushi samurai called Miyamoto Musushi. It's a riff, of course, on the most epic samurai that has ever lived, in my humble opinion. So the other thing is, since we're making this with household items, the animation style needs to be stop motion. Why not? It's also something that I can realistically animate by myself without getting an army involved, and it's so much fun. So after that, I decided to do the music. I play a lot of instruments, and why not? I've never put my music out, so this is the best platform for it, because it's, I guess, a backdrop for the actual animation. If you like it, great. If not, we'll get someone that makes the music. But really, the thing about this is that I have a lot of cool friends that help me out with this stuff. It's not just me. I've been sending them stuff and getting feedback from them, because although I work in film, I don't really do all the things. So I call up my writer friends, my music friends, my sound design friends, my producers, and this is what you see. Really, that's why there's so many acknowledgements and thank you notes at the end, because those dudes help me out a ton. Anyway, I guess that this thing really makes me happy. I wanted to put it out there. I want, like I said, this video to be out so that I can look at it when I feel like it is a drag and I'm super tired at 8 p.m. to work on Samurai Sushi. And I want to get and do the split for the first 10 episodes of it. I don't know what happens afterwards, but I do have the first 10 episodes written down. So yeah, that's kind of what I have. I don't know if I can do the like and subscribe thing. It's cringy. But if you like it, I guess that's the best way of staying in touch. Episode 2 is already on the works. I did manage to get a few more people involved on this. But if you really cannot wait, the rough layout for episode 2 is on the Patreon. To be honest with you, I'm new to this whole like come and support me thing, but I think it's really cool, and I'm willing to open up and, sorry Mike, give it a shot. Because if there's one thing that scares me about this project is having it out there and sharing it with people. And I think that's something that I have to work on, and I have to be okay with sharing my ideas. A friend told me that a while ago, and I'm trying to do good on that. That's it. See you on the next one.